So on this question, we're trying to add these two fractions together. Well, in order to add fractions, the first step is to find common denominator. So we've got to make the common denominator. We got to make the two denominators the same, common. So how do we do that? Well, for letter, I call these letter packages, meaning x plus 3 and x plus 2. They're really letter packages. They're kind of like stuck together, so to speak. For letter packages, you have to take one of each type. One of each type. So let's do this. That's going to be the common denominator. So let me bring that on down right here. So we're going to have x plus 3, x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 2. So see how they both have now the same common denominator. How do I figure it out? I just took one of these and one of those. You just need one of each type. And so those are different types, x plus 3 and x plus 2. Those are letter packages. We need one of each type. Okay. And so then we're going to come in here, step 2. So we got to find the new numerators. How do we do that? So we're going to multiply top and bottom. Multiply the top and the bottom by whatever it takes to equal the LCD, the common denominator. In other words, I'm going to look at this first fraction. I'm going to say, what do I need to multiply top and bottom of him by to get him to match the common denominator? Well, he needs the x plus 2. And whatever you do to the bottom, you have no choice but to do the same thing to the top. So it distributes and you get 5x plus 10. And then on the second one, you come to him and you say, okay, what do I need to do to him to top and bottom, right? Because you got to do the same thing, top and bottom, because you can't change the fraction. Whenever you mess with a fraction, you have to do the same thing to the top and the bottom so that you don't change the fraction. So I have to multiply top and bottom to make it match this common denominator. So it's got an x plus 2. What does it need? It needs an x plus 3, top and bottom. And then distribute the 11x plus 33. Let me pause there for a second. What have I done so far? First step when you want to add fractions or subtract them is you got to get a common denominator. So to get a common denominator, you've got to take one of each type of letter package on the bottom. So you got the x plus 3 and the x plus 2. Got to have both of those. That's going to become the common denominator. And then you got to, step 2, multiply top and bottom to make them have that common denominator. I go back to this guy and say, oh, he's got to be multiplied top and bottom by x plus 2 to make his denominator have both. And the other guy's got to be multiplied top and bottom by x plus 3 to make his denominator have both. And now, step 3. Now that they have the same denominator, notice, we combine into one fraction. So we're going to combine these guys into one fraction. So, and they're going to have the common denominator x plus 3, x plus 2. So let's combine them. So it's 5x and 11x. What's that? 16x plus 10 and 33 is 43. Like that. And really, we're done right there. We can't simplify. normally we would try to simplify, but we can't cancel anything. You might think, well, can't we cancel these items? No, you cannot cancel added and subtracted items. So you normally we would try to factor, but you can't factor the top here. There's nothing in common. Nothing goes into 16 and into 43. There's nothing in common. There's no way to factor the top. So there's just nothing we can do. We're just done right here. This is our answer right there. What did we actually do? We combined them together into one fraction, right? They were adding. So we found the common denominator, which is multiplying those two together, those two letter packages together. And then we came back and we multiplied top and bottom of each fraction to make the denominators become the common denominator. And then we just combined them together into one fraction. And we would have reduced it if we could, but there's no way to factor the top. And you cannot cancel added items. You have to factor the top, and the top doesn't factor. So we're done right there.